What do you do when you cannot feel God at all? When you kneel the way you always have and say the words you have always said, and nothing comes back? No warmth, no nearness, only a gray and level silence, as if you were speaking into an empty room. If that is where you are tonight, I am not going to ask you to feel something you cannot feel. I only want to sit here with you in the quiet and tell you the truth about it. Depression does a strange and cruel thing to faith. It does not always take your beliefs. You may still believe every word of the creed. What it takes is the feeling of them. The God who once felt warm and near goes flat and far. Worship becomes a song in a language you have forgotten, and prayer feels like talking to a ceiling. And then a second fear arrives on top of the first, that the numbness means he is finally left. So let us be honest before we are comforted. This is one of the loneliest places a believing heart can go, to feel abandoned by the very God you are reaching for. I will not tell you to cheer up or to count your blessings or to pray it away, because depression does not obey orders any more than a broken leg does. I only want to show you something the feeling itself cannot tell you, and it is far kinder than the silent sounds. Your sense of God's presence is real, but it runs through the body, through a brain of chemicals and circuits that God Himself wove together. And depression is, in part, that instrument going dark. The same illness that flattens your joy, that drains color from food and faces and morning light, will flatten your felt sense of God too, because it is using the very same wiring. The signal is not gone. The receiver has gone quiet. Think of a radio in a valley between two mountains. The station has not stopped broadcasting. The music is still going out, full and unbroken, across the whole country. But down in the valley, all you get is static. And you would be wrong, completely wrong, to conclude from the static that the music has died. The fault is not in the song. It is in the valley you have been carried down into, against your will. Hear this clearly, because someone needs to say it to you plainly. The fact that you cannot feel God does not mean God is not there. A child asleep in a dark house does not feel their father in the next room, and the father has not moved. Your numbness is a symptom, not a verdict. It is the report of a sick instrument, and a sick instrument is not a sin, never was. There is a quiet mercy hidden here, and it is this: your faith was never held up by your feelings in the first place. It only felt that way in the good seasons, when the warmth and the belief arrived together. Now they have come apart, and what is left is faith stripped down to its bare frame, not feeling Him and trusting Him anyway. That is not a lesser faith. The saints called this the dark night, and they did not call it the absence of God. They called it His nearness, in a form they could not feel. And this is where grace stops being a feeling and becomes a practice. When you cannot pray, let others pray for you, and let their faith carry yours, the way 4 friends once carried a man who could not walk and lowered him through a roof to Jesus. When you cannot feel God, checking the room may also mean a doctor or a therapist or medicine that lifts the fog enough for the signal to come through again. None of that is a failure of faith. Every one of them can be a gift from the God who made the brain. On the cross, in the deepest dark a soul has ever known, even Jesus cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" He felt the absence of the Father, and the Father had not left him. If the Lord himself could feel forsaken while being held, then your felt forsakenness is not proof that you are abandoned. It may be the very place you are closest to him, walking the one road he has already walked before you, in the dark, all the way through. So when the silence comes again tonight, and you reach for God and feel nothing, try not to add the second weight. Do not let the numbness testify against you, as if the lack of a feeling were a measure of your faith. Say instead the plainest true thing you can. I cannot feel you, and I believe you are here. And let that be enough, because that bare and shaking sentence is one of the purest prayers a person can pray. And on the days when you cannot lift it on your own, when the fog will not break and the gray feels total, let that be permission, not shame, to reach for help. The same grace that meets you in prayer meets you in the doctor's office and the therapist's room and the quiet faithfulness of a friend who keeps showing up. God is not offended by the help he provided. He is in all of it, the way he was in the next room of that dark house all along. So rest, if you can. The feeling may be gone tonight, but his grace does not rise and fall with your feelings, and it is truer than the numbness that says otherwise. The silence is not his absence, and the gray is not his verdict. It is a valley you are being carried through, and the one who carries you has not let go, and will not. When the morning comes and the color slowly returns, your feeling was never the measure of his presence. Grace is, and grace remains.